Now this kind of work, of course, is applicable in many different realms. For instance, of course, in education, in school, and then, of course, in the relationship between parents and children, if there are difficult children, so we could look at that and find a solution for the parents and the children. And of course we can apply it in medicine and health, as we have had some examples this morning. And we can also apply it in business. And if there is a question of deciding, for instance, which profession to take, and it has to do with success. And about success, one important insight is that, shall I really say that? All these things, shall I disturb you or so? Shall I? Well, success has the face of the mother. Success has the face of the mother. As you are related to your mother, you are related to success. In every respect. There we know what to do, you see, if you want to have success. I mentioned that just here to give you an idea what kind of work we could do here. And I just say, who wants to solve something without mentioning any subject? Then I choose somebody again and I start working. Now, who wants to work with me? I work with you. Now, what is the issue?
Struggling with success and demand.
Can you detail this in a way?
Whenever I've got the possibility to shine, I just withdraw, and I always sabotage myself. And whenever something I need to manifest always comes after I already need it. So it's always have to jump from one hole to another to adjust my energy.
Okay. It's the old story, of course. We hear them all the time. See? Complaining. See? It's boring, of course. You see.
Yeah.
Now, what happened actually here? She has an inner image of herself, you see? And that image is connected with certain feelings. And what she does is following this inner image. But we know all these inner images are not connected with reality. Mm-hmm. They're made up for a purpose. Okay. Strange purpose, isn't it? Yeah. And, well, I don't want to explain more about it, Now, what is the kind of work you do?
I'm a breath therapist, rebirther. Rebirthing, a breath therapist.
You do rebirthing?
Yes.
You don't seem to be reborn, huh?
Not in this case. Not in this case.
That's all you do?
I do also life coaching. Life coaching.
Life coaching? Without any success? Okay. Well, of course, this is standard procedure here. That's nothing extraordinary. It's just standard procedure. Because always the same, always the same. So, what shall I do now? She does life coaching, isn't it? Strange, huh? Can you imagine somebody is coaching a dog how to live? Can you imagine that? Does a dog need to be taught how to live? And we do life coaching. What is our image of other people at that moment? What is that image? Strange, isn't it? How can somebody live herself who needs to do life coaching? Shall I exaggerate it? No, I won't do that. But I put a person there. I need a woman who wants to volunteer. Okay. Stand here. You are life. And you stand opposite. I need a woman who would volunteer. You? Okay. Now I put you here for a moment and you stand opposite. You are a client of hers. go on your knees. Now I put you here again. Okay, I interrupted here. There's no progress possible. Okay, thank you all. And you come here at my side once more. What happened when you were small?
Nothing big. When I was 1 year old, we moved to Egypt for 5 years.
What?
We moved with my parents to Egypt for 5 years. That's the only thing which was big in my life.
She went with her family to Egypt?
Yes.
What for?
My dad was sent to work in the embassy from Poland.
Are you from Poland?
I'm Polish.
And do you have brothers and sisters?
I've got one brother,
Older?
younger.
Younger? And both parents are Polish?
They're both Polish.
I have a strange image, and I will try it out, you see? Mm-hmm. So I'm still following you, you see?
Good.
Okay? Good. Stand here. And who was the woman who was representing life? You, come here again. Of course, you were representing the mother. We saw that, you see. Now, you are the mother, and this is Poland. Are you Jewish?
No.
Not. Of course, Poland represents somebody else. Her mother, obviously.
Mm.
I think you can sit down again. May I take you? Just lie behind her. Behind her. Yes, this way. And just look over there. You see, she was reaching to somebody else. That's why I put that other person here. You see here, there's no solution. Here we move within the realm of soul, not of spirit, you see. It's in the realm of conscience, of guilt, and trying to save others, you see. Now your mother obviously wants to die. And she's drawn to death by her mother and by somebody else. And you, what are you saying?
I don't want that. I don't want that.
You say to your mother, I die in your place. That's the inner sentence. That's how you behave without any success. Why should you have success if you want to die? And that's another dynamic within the realm of soul, you see. A love of a child who puts herself above life-saving, life management, something like this. So ridiculous, you see. So ridiculous. Yes. The question is, what is the solution? Now, in this context, the basic solution is in one sentence. The sentence is, I hear, you there.
I hear, you there.
And you look the altar. That's it. Now you get the strength. Stand here. Who was a client before? Stand opposite. Who is the helper here? Tell her, I don't need you.
I don't need you.
I hear you there.
I hear you there.
How is that for you?
I'm strong.
Exactly. So you turn away and change your profession. Okay, thank you all. Just something for consideration, you see. There is one who does family constellations, see? And he is anxious to have clients. So, whom does he or she need? Do they need clients? Or do they need their mother? The clients support them, like the mother supported them. Therefore, those who are afraid that they don't have enough clients, you see, then to have to watch out to get clients, you see. They miss their mother. Yes, thank you. Yes, you. She gave me a very clear sign.
I look behind.
No. Everybody can see it. You give me and the group a very clear sign. That I have no chances. Now look at you. Everybody sees it, except her. Now, if a client comes to you, you see, and sits like her, you can forget them.
So
This is a sign.
So I'm going to be excluded.
Hmm?
I'm going to be excluded.
I take the signs of clients seriously. I don't enter a game. If I would have tried now, I would enter a game.
Okay. Shall I go back?
That's the second part of the game. Now, this is also a training seminar in a way, you see. So I explain a few things. So now the way she treated me, you see, it's the same way she treats her mother. That's why I'm not offended, because I like your mother. I like all mothers, of course. Now what shall I do now?
I don't know what to do, so I don't know.
That was the third part of the game. Yes, I gave you 3 chances. You missed them all 3. So I stop it here.
Okay.
In a way, we have to be grateful to her, because it was a good learning for us, you see? Very good learning. Had a chance to witness something that we might not see so often. anyhow, we see there are movements of the spirit mind. These things are moved by other forces. They are not at our disposal. There we have to get into resonance with everything, then we know exactly where success can be sure and where failure is unavoidable. Okay, now I do something else. Who wants to do something with me? You again? Okay. Everybody was looking at her legs, you see. Now, what is the issue?
My youngest child, and he stutters.
Stutters.
Yeah, he shakes, and he's very, very angry.
You stated it very clearly, you see. So, therefore, I can do something with it, you see, and assist you in this. How old is the child?
8.
Is it a boy or a girl?
A boy.
Do you have other children?
I have another boy of 10.
Yes, thank you. See, I have an important observation. Children never have problems. The problem is somewhere else in the family, you see. Something is unresolved. Sometimes some generations back, you see. Therefore, I wouldn't work with the child at all. So, I would work with you. Agreed?
Okay.
Good. We want to find a solution, you see, for you and for the child. So I will choose a representative for her who would volunteer to do this. You? Okay. Just stand there and look at it this way. Yes. There we see the shaking. And I need a representative for the boy. Anybody volunteering? You? Okay. Just stand here. Has there been a murder in the family?
Not that I'm aware of.
Further back?
I don't know. Abortions, yes. I've had an abortion.
I take you. Just stand here. And I need a representative for the other child. That's a boy too, the older one? Yes. Take you. Stand where you think it's all right for you. Now you stand up. You stand up. And look at what's going on. Looks very sad, everything. Very sad. We don't know anything here, and then sometimes it's helpful to set up a representative for the mystery, for the secret. And I would choose a man for the secret. Who would volunteer? You, okay. Stand where you think it's appropriate for you. I will interrupt it here. Thank you all. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling confused and heavy.
See, everything is concentrated on you see? You could see that. So something must have happened, you see, with you and within your family, you see, that affects all the others. But what it is not clear. And the procedure is, you see, that you just let it stand as it is, you see, no interpretation, no attempt to investigate anything. You just let it work like this as an image, you see. And then suddenly, very often, something comes up where everything falls into its place, you see. It makes sense, you see. Anyhow, you could see your son has nothing to do with your son, you see. And we could also see the movement of not speaking, you see, here with you, you see. Holding the hand there and not allowed to say anything or to, that's it, you see, not allowed to say anything. And stuttering, you see, very often has to do with something that is opposed, you see, like a murderer and a victim, you see, in the family. And so stuttering has to do something with, it's a kind of schizophrenia, you see. It means there are two movements at the same time that cannot reconcile, you see. And schizophrenia is a murderer and a victim. And very often with stammering it's the same, you see, something similar. It's only on a different level, you see. And that's all I can say at the moment, you see. But trust, you see. Trust that something comes up at the right time. You know? And now you understand your son better, you see. And you can tell him a word inwardly, not outwardly. You say to him, thank you. Okay? Can I leave it there? Okay, good. I'll say something about helping. Helping has a high reputation, you see, in our society, you see. And there are many people, when they choose a profession, they say, I want to have a profession where I can help people, you see. So many who become psychotherapists, for instance, or social workers, or medical doctors, you see, they have the wish to help other people. There may be a few of them among you here too, you see. So, now, if I look at the families of those who have that desire to help, so then I see that those who want to help other people have a person in the family whom they want to save. And as a rule, it is the mother. And the child can never save one of the parents. Can never, because this is against a basic law of love. And this basic law says there is a hierarchy in every relationship, in every family, in every group. And the hierarchy says those who have been members of that group before have a higher rank than those who come later. Therefore, parents are always above their children. They come first, the children come second. And the first child has a higher rank than the second one, and so on. Now, under the influence of conscience, many children, out of love for their mother or their father or somebody else in the family, they want to save them. And there's a basic sentence they say in their hearts. And the sentence is, I die in your place. And that shows that any violation of this basic law is punished by death. It leads to death. Therefore, in their heart, they have a desire to die, as we saw with you before, of course, you see. This is that same sentence. You want to save the mother from her death, from her being drawn to death, by saying, I in your place. That's very, very common, very common. And these attempts always fail. And then there is an inner purification required that they give up helping. And one of the sentences that helps to separate is, you there, I here, you see? That's a clear separation. Then they do not longer interfere in the destiny of their mother or father or somebody else in the family. But since they didn't succeed in the family, they say, I want to help others. If I didn't succeed here in the family, somewhere else I'm sure I will succeed. And then they become helpers. And if you look at them, the image is that they are mothers or fathers and the clients are children. But it's exactly opposite. The client is the mother and the therapist and helper is the child. You could see that before, beautifully demonstrated. And therefore, they need a client to save their mother in their hearts. And therefore, of course, they never succeed. And this kind of helping has a high price, you see. It's burnout. Burnout you find only there where a child wants to help a client as if it were a child and the client were father or mother. That's the basic dynamic behind helping. And of course, we find that in our circles, among those who do family constellations, everywhere too, everywhere. But some of them have been trained in psychotherapy, you see. And then they say, well, Hellinger, he has no heart for the client. He's so harsh, you see, treating people in a bad way. We do better. You better come to us, then we save you. Yes. We keep you a child. I exaggerate a little bit. That's necessary for this kind of teaching, of course. But you can observe that everywhere. Now, if the helper has this attitude, you see, I hear you there, and he or she gets into contact, in resonance with the mother or father of the client, with deep respect. And they put themselves on the last place. Those who help somebody in agreement with their father and their mother, then they are strong. And as soon as the client moves in the direction of connecting to the mother and to the father, their work is done. Very quickly. No other work is necessary. Now, what I just said about helping, we meet everywhere in the lives of people. And of course, we have experience of this ourselves, all of us. And I include myself, of course. I have been moving in this field for a long time. So I have a certain experience also. Now you look at those about whom you are worried. You have worry about somebody, you see, for instance, a partner. You're worried about a partner. Or you're worried about a child. And you want to help and to change something. Just imagine it in a clear way, and then you test what kind of feeling do you really have. How old are you, for instance, with such a feeling? Are you an adult? Or are become anxious like a child? Trying to save somebody? Who in your mind assumes the image of your mother or your father? Or somebody else in your family? and then you withdraw, leaving that other person to their destiny, to their strength. And you say, I hear you there. And you withdraw, and you allow yourself to grow to your full strength. And you feel the difference in your soul and in your feeling. And if you watch that other person, you also see the difference in them. And suddenly, all are free. Free from one another. Okay. The first thing is, I take the full time necessary. So you don't have to worry about that, you see? So relax, just relax. As I said, I take the full time. You don't have to care about me, I care about you, you see? You don't have to care about me, I care about you, you see? So I have enough time. For you, I have enough time.
A rough time?
Hmm?
Yeah. Enough time?
Enough time, yes. I will speak a little bit louder so that you understand me well, you see? Okay? Good.
Thank you. And it was...
No. I have enough time. We don't have to hurry in any way. We arrive very slowly at the right time, at the right goal. Very slow. Now you close your eyes. Close your eyes. And to say to somebody, inwardly, just in your heart, please. Now you feel better already.
More expanded.
Yes, yes, yes. Now, what is the issue you wanted to work on?
It was relating to illness, illness, to ill health.
To your health.
Yes.
What is the illness or problem?
Chronic, long-term, all my life problems with my ear, this ear, with a tumour, and some quite major invasive surgery about 4 years ago.
Where does it begin in your body?
in the face, down the side.
There. From there to where?
From there to there.
To here.
Yeah.
That is a problem area.
This area.
On the left side mainly. Okay. Now you close your eyes. And you imagine you sent somebody to this problem area. To look at it. Somebody to look at it carefully. And there he finds some people. And he is questioning them. He's asking them, see, what they want. And this person takes the full time needed to listen to what they want. And he is wondering what kinds of things they want. And he asks them what he can do for them. And he receives some surprising answers. Then he says to them, I will not tell anybody what you told me. But he is stretching out his arms so that he can embrace everybody of them. He takes all of them into his arms, and suddenly he feels a strength coming from them, a warmth and love. And they say, at last, somebody was thinking of us. And that person feels how light he becomes suddenly. Comforted by the love of so many people. And then he comes back to you, and you look at his face, and his face is shining. Okay? All the best to you. Good. Of course, again, that was an example of changing images, you see, widening them up. And this new kind of doing family constellations, going with the spirit mind, is always getting broader, all-encompassing everything. So we move beyond a boundary. We also move beyond the boundary now. I see in your face. Good, good. And this way, well, everything is possible with love. So you close your eyes. And you imagine you are standing in front of your mother. And now you enter the mind and the body of your mother, and you look at you from the point of view of your mother. Is it clear? You are your own mother now. And as your own mother, you look at you as a child. Okay. Well, this offers new perspectives, of course. Nobody knows his or her mother. Nobody. Poor mothers, not known by their children. Shall I tell something about mothers? Something more about mothers? All of us are afraid of our mothers. What are we afraid about? We are afraid of their greatness. We cannot stand their greatness. Therefore, we shut off because their greatness is too much for us. Can you follow me in this? Understand this? You cannot. Poor child. Poor child. No, wait. Now I understood the greatness of mothers and of my mother when I moved into this other realm of the spirit mind. Now the spirit mind, whatever that is, we don't know. This is just a term. We cannot grasp what spirit mind is. We only see the effects of a creative movement. Now, where is the movement of this creative spirit mind revealed more beautifully? Most beautifully in a mother. Nowhere else can we experience and observe this creative movement more beautifully than in a mother. In every mother. In this respect, there are no different mothers. They all were taken into the service of this spirit mind. And they had no choice. They were moved by this spirit mind. And everything that led them to be our mother was a movement of this spirit mind. And it doesn't make any difference in which way they became our mothers. So close your eyes for a moment. And you see that your mother was in the service of some other great forces, of a divine force, of a creative force. And when our mother was led to meet our father, both were taken up in a movement for us. Only they were taken up by a creative movement. They were brought together. In which way ever doesn't make any difference, because whatever they did as a man and a woman in their love is a revelation of a greater creative force. Everything connected with this is a kind of worship. the most comprehensive worship possible. And when we say sometimes, well, they were passionate, their passion brought them together, this passion is a divine movement. And because it was irresistible, shows that it was a divine movement. And in this way, they were uniting as a man and a woman, and our mother became pregnant with us. And then from that time on, she was no longer free. For her whole life, everything was changed. She was in the service of life, of our life, with all the risks involved, the risk of her own life. No woman can become a mother without the risk of her own life. And that's why it is so difficult for us to look at this and the greatness of their mother, of our mother, that she agreed to this in many ways, to be in the service of our life. And now we look at her and we look beyond, seeing her connected with something infinite. And then we bow deeply and we say to our mother and to that great force operating behind her, yes. Yes to her as she is. And of course, yes to our Father as He is. And yes to us as we are. Exactly as we are. And through this, yes, we are ready and able to serve life in the very same way as our Father and our Mother. Now we are in tune with the whole of life as it is. And suddenly we know what it means to be happy. Okay. Mothers make happy. relationship to our mother, saying yes to her makes us happy. And it means also that we say yes to serve life like our mother. Well, I'll tell you a secret about this kind of work, you see. At the end, you see, once you have connected a person to the mother, the work is done. Everything else is just unimportant. Once this is, you have succeeded in this, you can do everything. And I have an observation, you see, also. So, those who have a close connection to their mother, they shine. Their faces shine, like yours now. Yes, it's shining. Okay, now who wanted to work? Who wanted to raise your hands again? So, work with you? Yes. Chewing one's mother is not enough. Well, I take these signs seriously, of course. She just to move the chewing gum. You see, she had. What did she do before? During that exercise?
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Close your eyes. I give you a sentence that you say to your mother. That will be an aphorism. More is not enough. More is not enough.
Okay.
She said to me, okay. What does that mean? It means more. Now you stand there. And I need a man to take you I demonstrated her chances for a couple relationship. It's sufficient, I've demonstrated. Thank you for helping. I have no pity. I have a certain pity for her mother, but she doesn't need my pity either, of course. No mother, no life. Rejecting the mother is rejecting life. Now what shall I do now? I don't hear what you say.
It's for me to do, not for you. What can you do? I need to do something.
She has given up life. That's the truth. I will explain something to you, see, that now if we have a client like her, and we see this, that she is determined to die, actually, you see, that's what she is, then we feel tempted to help, you see. And since we do family constellations, the temptation is we shall do a constellation. And in this way, we prevent the basic movement, you see. So she no longer has to face up to her mother immediately. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter what happens. Doesn't make any difference. There's a mother and there's a child. And the mother is great and the child is small. And the mother gives and the child takes. That's all. And unless she moves herself in this direction, I feel I'm not permitted to try anything else. And I cannot because I have too deep a respect for her mother. But I tell you something, you are leading an easy life, no obligations. Very easy. Has a little price of unhappiness, but the gain of nothing to do, you see. No obligations, you see. No services to be done, you see. Just waiting for the others to do something. That's the whole life for many, waiting for the others to do something.
That's not true. That's not true.
Not true?
No. Sorry. That's not true.
Not true? You have to convince me first. Now, why did you raise your hand?
Because I wanted to work.
What?
What? I wanted to have a life.
Oh, these are generalizations.
I want to
Oh.
have. I want to have a partner. I want to have children.
No, you can't have a partner, we saw that. No mother, no partner. Very simple. Those who are looking for a partner, I ask them, you see, what about your mother? And I see immediately there's no chance for a partner. There is none. They can wait for many more years. Partnership begins with the mother. If that succeeds, the relationship to the mother, then partner relationships succeed. Anyhow, you will die before there is a chance for a partnership. You're determined to die. Of course you are. You've given up life in your own heart. Any suicidal attempts so far?
No.
That would have been an easy way out, of course.
Well,
would contemplate it perhaps as a chance.
I did. When I was much younger. I did. When I was much, much younger.
There you are. You are suicidal. I saw that immediately.
I don't want to leave it like that. I want it. I feel such a huge burden on me. And the more I work with it and make peace with my mother and make peace with my father and make peace with myself and make peace with my life, it feels that nothing changes, and that's very depressing because I've been walking for so many years and doing, hopefully, sincerely, as much as I can.
Well, if you go the wrong way, it doesn't matter how far you go.
You see, this is what I'm saying.
Yes. Is your mother still alive?
She is
How old is she?
68.
I make a suggestion, you see.
Pardon?
I have a suggestion, you see. I have a suggestion for you.
A what?
A suggestion.
Yes, please.
Yes. So I will interrupt that work. And tonight you write 10 pages, a letter to your mother,
Okay.
and you enumerate all the good things she did for you.
Okay. No problem. No problem to do that.
Okay, and then tomorrow we shall see further.
10 pages.
At least. At least.
Okay.
Agreed?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
So tomorrow we shall see what happens.
Okay.
And sleep well.
Yes, I have any time.
Okay, good. I'll leave it here, see? Could you follow me there in this kind of work? So. And of course, many could also go through their own relationship to their mother and perhaps correct a few things, you see. Now, the worst thing about our treatment of mothers is that we deny them the right to just be ordinary women. Many people think their mothers must be like God, you see, with no faults, always available for them, you see. Yes. And they don't see the reality of life. And they remain children all the time, see. They can't grow. And once I wrote a letter to my mother, after she was dead, many years afterwards. But I wrote a letter, and I wrote to her, I dismiss you from my expectations that you be greater than other women. She must have been very relieved if she would have heard about it, you see.